Welcome back. And Egypt's Greening Cairo initiative converts cleared underutilized urban spaces into landscaped public green areas to boost the per-capita share of green space. Announced by Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli, it aligns with broader historical district restoration in central Cairo. Details follow.
Egypt will adopt the Greening Cairo project aimed at converting evacuated urban spaces into green areas to increase the per capita share of green spaces. Speaking during a meeting at the government headquarters in the new capital, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli stated that upon the completion of restoration works and of surrounding areas, central Cairo become an open attraction drawing global tourist traffic. Madbouli added that the area will host various cultural and artistic activities, citing the recently launched Art Street in the downtown district as an example. During the meeting, officials presented updates on their respective portfolios. Madbouli concluded the meeting by emphasizing the general importance of restoration projects alongside his directive to adopt the Greening Cairo initiative.
Welcome back, and now we are joined over the phone by our dear guest, Dr. Yehya Abdul, tourism expert. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Great, sir. So, sir, first we need to learn more about the initiative Greening Cairo and its main objectives.
Oh, really? This is a great, step, for development of Cairo as one of the top metropolis worldwide, because, of its density of population and the traffic and economic activity. So really greening, Cairo, developing its resort and adding more green areas, gardens and green parks, is a great step to promote tourism, the local and the regional and the international as well.
So, Dr. Yehya, how can the green spaces add to the touristic values of the historic sites and monuments?
Really, green areas and resorts and, parks is essential for the action, of tourists, on local and international level. But one, because of the air quality. So there's an annual, standardization worldwide for the cities and its air quality. And Cairo really needs, more green areas because of the population density and the auto traffic. So the initiative to develop more green areas, resorts and green parks in Cairo as one of the top metropolis in Africa and in the world is very essential to attract more visitors and make tourism, available and accessible to both, local, regional and the global levels as well.
And how would the initiative change the face of historic Cairo before the whole world?
Well, it will not change the face because Cairo is there with its, attractions, museums and antiquities and historical sites and heritage. But the green areas will make, environment more tolerable, more attractive because, as I mentioned, number one, the air quality will improve, which makes, visitors like to stay longer. It will have impact in the temperature, especially we have long summers in Egypt. And then it creates green, nice areas for visitors to relax and visit downtown Cairo and attractions in Giza, Metropolis and other areas as well. So it will assist, in the increasing of the length of stay of visitors and enjoying the tours and sightseeing in the city day long.
And how important is to link the restoration and innovation activities with creating comprehensive tourism paths inside historic Cairo?
Yeah, we have seen for the past, years, there's been a great development in downtown Cairo, historical places near the citadel, Al Fustat, and Magra Al-Uyun, all over, there's a great enhancement and creating Al Fustat Park, which is a great one, and then Al-Azhar Park as well. So really you are creating more green areas now in downtown Cairo which will make it, like visiting nice places for local and for international visitors, which will promote and enhance tourism demand in Egypt, inshallah.
And do you think that the heart of Cairo will change into an open air tourism destination thanks to such initiatives?
Definitely yes, because really we had many, remember at one point, Lesbakia Green Park was a very attractive, looked like the playground and ground for dwellers and inhabitants of Cairo and visitors as well. So the governor and Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities are creating more green areas in downtown Cairo and near the Muqattam and the Citadel and Fustat, which is going to increase the accessibility of visitors to spend the vacations and part-time and make their stay more pleasurable during the visit to Egypt.
And what about the expected economic results from expanding the green areas in Cairo?
When you add more green areas, like Central Park, attractions, and like the zoological garden we have in Giza and Orman and all of this. So this is going to create demand because visitors like to stay in the nice areas and visit other countries as well, like Turkey, like Morocco, Tunisia. So adding more green areas to the tourist destination heritage in Egypt will create and develop more demand, inshallah.
And how would the tourism market benefit from the initiative?
It will, because visitors, they go to the museum, the sightseeing, the like antiquities areas like Pyramid and Giza, and they go to Upper Egypt. And then any of these places, when you add, like green parks, they will have, like some break for them to stay, relax, have make picnic, have meal, get together with their friends and relatives, acquaintances. So this, like on a social level and the tourist demand level as well, is going to be more attractive to local and international visitors.
So, Dr. Yehya, are there any global experiences that succeeded in transforming the touristic sites into tourism destinations through development and the greening projects?
Yes, definitely. I mean, look at the great metropolis like worldwide, like London, Paris, New York, Rome, they have green areas, they have fountains. And, like it became like landmark of these locations, when you have fountains and you have water, and in the summer season it becomes more attractive to visitors, and you have green parks to spend their picnics, or barbecues, get together with the tour leaders, with the groups, with their local friends and relatives. So green areas throughout Europe, it has been developed initially to attract visitors. So they made it sometimes in the remote places outside the major metropolis, and then extended, like transportation lines of buses, of trains, of motorways, like to attract visitors to these locations.
And sir, can you tell us more about the broader historical district restorations in central Cairo?
Well, really, as I already mentioned, for the past 10 years, there have been like great plans. We have seen, like the classical buildings has been renovated, rehabilitated, been painted, and there was more like regulation for the traffic, so it's more accessible. And we are building a new hotel, like the Continental Hotel that was like facing the old Opera House. So there is more lodging projects to develop downtown and more green areas, and now it's getting more attractive for, like visitors from the GCC countries, from the Arab world, from Europe, and on a global level as well.
Yes. So finally, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Yehya Abdul, tourism expert. Thank you, sir, for being with us. And by that, we come to the end of today's edition of The Breakfast Show. Thank you for watching.